Okay, it's a little bit after noon on February 26, 2024, and I am just on the outskirts of Bar Harbor. I'm over here today for two reasons. I gotta go to the supermarket as usual, and also head into the hospital to get a blood test, because I have a doctor's appointment tomorrow and they want the blood numbers today. So that means that I'll be back here tomorrow. And we'll shoot a little video today, and I'll shoot some more tomorrow, and we'll see how things look. Okay, I'm just now pulling into town. What I'm going to do is go over to the hospital first and get my blood test, and then after that we will wander around Bar Harbor a little bit. And on the way over to the hospital, I'm going to go a slightly different route. I'm going to cut through some of the residential area with the camera pointed off to the side, so that we can see what some of the homes here in residential Bar Harbor will look like. So we're going to go down Shannon Way initially, right here, and see what's going on. And this isn't going to go very far, so we're just coming down here. A few garages and homes, and I'm going to have to follow this road around. This wasn't the best choice in terms of seeing housing. Here we go. And a few more homes. Most of these homes, some of them are a little newer, but in this part of town we have homes that are older, because this area was not affected by the 1946 fire. But of course not all the homes are old. A few are. This one, for example, is pretty old, but I think it has a couple of additions onto it. As we head down here a little further. All right. We'll just go a couple more blocks, and I'm going to work my way over to the hospital. So, some fairly nice homes in here. Now, Bar Harbor is having a bit of a transition in housing prices. At least that's what it appears to be like, because the town council just passed a new rule limiting the number of homes that can be rented out on a seasonal basis or a weekly basis. And here we go. We're going to turn and go down the hill, and that means that you cannot now come into town and buy a house and put it into the weekly rental market. And we'll go across here, which was one of the more lucrative things you could do, because if you bought like a 3-bedroom house here in Bar Harbor, you could rent it out for $2,000–$3,000 a week in the summer. But with the limit, which I think is around 10%, you can't buy a house and make it into a weekly rental, even if that house was already a weekly rental, because the permit to make your home a weekly rental doesn't transfer. And I see the road I wanted to take is closed, so I'm going to go up here a little and turn around. Okay, I'm back to where I discovered that I couldn't turn the way I wanted because they're working on the road, and I'm going to see what I can do to get over to the hospital now. And We're driving through residential Bar Harbor. There's another inn. And we're going to go up here and turn right at the first corner and see if I can find a way over to the hospital. Now that one is a private road. And here's the first regular road. So we'll get a look at a little bit more of residential Bar Harbor. And we'll find out what they're doing to the road. Okay, here we go. This is my drive into residential Bar Harbor. You can see quite small houses here. But as we get closer to downtown, these houses will get bigger. And as I said, this part of town was not affected by the 1946 fire. So I'd say probably the bulk of these homes, unless they look really modern, predate the fire. And you know, are 80 to 100 plus years old. And even some of the ones that look fairly up to date have just been renovated, because this is an area where there are a lot of summer homes. There's a lump. And we're going to go all the way back. So here are some nice homes. I particularly like this brick one. That was for sale a couple of years ago for like $850,000. I don't think you could buy their garage for that now. Come up and hang a right here. We're back to Eden Street, heading toward Maine and downtown. And I'm going to go up here and turn right to go down to the hospital where I have to go for my blood test. Right up here is the village green, and the grass has finally lost its green color. It's the end of February and it finally changed. Okay, here we go. Just to show you where we're going. Here we are, turning and heading down toward the hospital, and hopefully they haven't got the road blocked before I get there. I don't know what they're doing on the road up here. In only a month or two, some of the buildings here, or hotels, are going to start opening up for this season. Okay, it looks like I will make it. Whatever they're doing is past my turn to go to the hospital. So I'm going to stop until I'm out of the hospital. Okay, here we come into downtown Bar Harbor. And it's currently 103. Truck says it's 44 degrees Fahrenheit, which is a nice warm day for February here on the coast of Maine. See, it's pretty quiet down here. I don't imagine that there is any more open than there was a month and a half ago when I was here last. See, it's pretty peaceful. So far I've seen one person walking along. Oh, here's another one. Oh, just went into a building. I'm going to go down to the waterfront, see if they've opened up the town dock for parking again. Last time I was here, right after the big storms in the middle of January, town dock was completely closed off and no parking was allowed. And I don't know if it's open yet or not. And it looks like it's still closed off. So I'm going to come down here, turn around, and pull into some parking near the town dock. We'll look at the waterfront, and then I'm going to see if I can walk over on the shore path a little and see exactly what's going on there. Well, here we are at the Bar Harbor town dock. As you can see, it's completely empty. When we get over past it, I'll look back and see if we can see if there's any sign of what happened to it. And I can see some workers up there in front of the Bar Harbor Inn. Looks like they're working on the shore path up there. So let's walk here onto the boat ramp, see if we can see what happened, or if there's any sign. Well, looking here, there's no sign that anything happened to the town dock. I'm guessing that maybe during the storm, waves undermined the rock wall there a little bit, but it's hard to say. It's a very nice day today, a little bit hazy, but not bad. And it's really warm. Anyway, let's walk over. Well, they don't want us on the shore path at all. Looks like it's completely closed off. And they are working on it over there in front of the Bar Harbor Inn. So this is as far as I can go, unless I want to dodge around the obvious barrier that they put up to keep people off of the shore path. So I don't know what the reason is or what happened, but they definitely don't want me out there. So let's walk up through Agamont Park and get a little bit of a view. And here are the Bar Harbor town defenses. Can't remember where they brought those in from. Might say there's a plaque on them. Walk over and see if I can read it. I don't believe Bar Harbor was ever actually fortified. Okay, what does it say? Just some Dahlgren cannons. These were at Egg Rock, and they moved them over here. Egg Rock is the lighthouse at the entrance to Frenchman's Bay out there. So I do not know when the shore path will be open again, but it is good to see them working on it. Ooh. So now that I've been thwarted as far as going on the shore path is concerned, we'll walk through Agamont Park over to Main Street and take a look at things. As I said when I drove through, it doesn't look like much of anything is open yet, and I don't expect anything really to open up for at least another month and a half or 2 months, probably around the 1st of May. You can see Agamont Park is pretty quiet, and we'll go up to the top and get a nice view out over the waterfront. So very quiet here. in just a few months, it'll be a little unusual to find this area this empty at around 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Okay, here we are for a beautiful view of French Bay, the Porcupine Islands, and Bar Island. Very nice day today. The wind is supposed to pick up this afternoon. It's supposed to be a little bit of a breeze, but other than that, it's not supposed to be too bad today. Okay, tomorrow is supposed to be just as nice as today, maybe even a little sunnier. Today started out cloudy, and then Wednesday we're supposed to get a good deal of rain, 1.25 inches to maybe as much as 1.5 inches. Now they're working on the buildings over here, and as you can see, it is not very busy here today. So I'm going to cross the street and walk back down. Flock of pigeons just flew by. There goes one, and a few more. Now, Jeddy's by the Sea shop seems to have their open light turned on, so they may be open, but nothing else is. Galen's restaurant says they'll open in April, probably toward the end of the month. Just won't be enough people here until then. And another store that is closed for the season. I'll get another view out over the harbor from right down here. And then I'm going to head over to the supermarket via Cottage Street. Okay. This spot right here is usually very busy in the summer with all the whale watching boats leaving from right down here, and also boatloads of tourists coming in off of cruise ships. Right out there in the water, there's a loon floating, but that's the only seabird I can see. Oh, there's a seagull further out. So very peaceful here, high tide right now, and a very pleasant day here in Bar Harbor. You can see it's still winter. There's a bit of snow piled up on the road there where they plowed it out of the way, but that's the only sign of winter here today. Now here we go up Main Street, and not very busy. And they've got this area cordoned off because they are working on the front of a couple buildings. But other than that, it's very quiet. Here's Cottage. We're going to turn down Cottage and see what it looks like down here. Pretty peaceful down here as well. Not much going on at all. last thing I'll do as we get up here is take a look at that hotel they're building and see how it looks. It's been about a month since I was here last. So there are a bunch of old houses here, but they're all businesses now, so no residences on Cottage Street. And the reddish building there is the hotel. They've got it all closed in now, but they have not put an external facade on it yet. And I have no idea what they're doing inside. I imagine they're trying to get it as far along as they can to get it open for the summer, because that's the season here. Okay, so I'm finished with my grocery shopping, got my blood test, and we've had a look at Bar Harbor. And I'm gonna head out of town. So, I'm coming back here tomorrow, and if it's nice, I'll see if I can't film a little more of the town, particularly since I now know where the road is blocked off. So, see you tomorrow, probably.